Are you on their mind? We are going to do a you pick a card. We're going to find out, are you on their mind? This is for people in a connection or who have had little to no contact with somebody they care about. We're gonna dig in and find out a little bit of your history so you'll know whether that's your pile or not. Then we're going to view how they view themselves. We're gonna figure out how they view themselves, how they personally view themselves and how they've affected you. We're going to then view how they see you. We're gonna dig in and figure out what's going on with them. And if they could say something to you that they haven't, what would they say? What would you say to them? We're going to use my decks for that and just have a little conversation between the two of you. And we're going to probably figure out also, if there's time, any type of lessons they're learning, what they're going through, this type of thing. So stick around and we'll dive in. And also, for those of you who've had readings with me or watched my shows, my videos, you know that I don't edit anything. This is all in one take. So bear with me and take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit. And if you're here, I'm glad you are. Thank you. Consider helping grow the channel by liking and subscribing. To book a personal reading, soulshine1111.com. You can find me on social media platforms such as Facebook with our biggest family over there, and TikTok and Instagram, and of course, YouTube. So to begin, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Just take a deep breath, think of your person. If you need to pause the video to figure out which pile is yours, then now's that time. Okay, so for pile number 1, again, this is timeless reading, so here we go. For pile number 1, angels, give me insight for pile number 1. Just give me a little bit of background for pile number 1. Angels, for those of you who picked pile number 1, this is the Witch's Tarot. Let's just get a little insight. They could be really stubborn. You guys, somebody in this connection could have been really stubborn. Maybe these cards were not popping out. And so maybe somebody is slow to trust. Maybe they're slow and they've been hurt, and so they're slow to even trust themselves. They don't give away trust lightly. There could be something about this connection that has been really slow and really stubborn. So first out, we have the Magician in reverse, Aries energy. Okay, let's just get a little bit more, angels. Give me some insight. Thank you. Justice, upright, Libra energy. Oh, sorry. So this is, let's turn it around towards you. No, I have to do it this way. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see what else for this connection. Give me insight. And the Hermit, 3 in reverse, 3 major arcanas here. At the bottom of the deck is the Moon, another major arcana, and it is in reverse. Pisces energy, the ruler for Cancer. We also have Virgo here. So let's see. So this connection might be something that involved a court, something that needed really a lot of balance. It could have also, I'm seeing where it may be a connection that barely got off the ground. With Magician in the reverse here as number 1, it's almost as if like you were getting the bare minimum. Somebody was giving the bare minimum. The Magician comes out in its upright position as putting everything on the table for a start. But because this is in reverse, next with Justice, you could have learned something about your person. The swords here, and remember, roles can be reversed, so, but there is something here that needed balancing. The Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy, it's almost, you could feel like you weren't really considered in this connection. You weren't getting a full story, whatever was happening with the Moon in reverse. It's like, look at the Hermit. These two are both upright, and I'm going to show you. They're both in reverse, and they both have this lamp. It's like there was some fear here in sharing all of themselves or all of yourself. The Moon in reverse, it's like somebody didn't trust where this is going. There was something clouded. Not everything, it was like not everything was put out there on the table. And maybe somebody gave multiple opportunity, multiple chances for that to happen with justice here, and it just didn't. And for some of you, this is a connection that maybe it started and then that person ended up going away. Like actually leaving the scene. Whether it be because of something having to do with courts. You weren't getting whatever this is, nobody felt very forthcoming. This doesn't feel very forthcoming. And I just want to get some insight about I know that I just want to see what this is. Like why is the Magician here? What's this all about? What happened here with the Magician? Angels. Oh my gosh. Okay. Concern and false person. Yeah, it's like they didn't believe who you were, or somebody was not presenting themselves fully, and so there was somebody that pulled away. But it could have been too much like something you'd already been through. With the 8 here. Tell me about justice. Why is that here? Mature man, but this is number 5. So this is talking about something in order to be together, something, or for this to get off the ground fully without it being some type of fake situation. Somebody needed to change, with this being 5. Tell me what the Hermit is in reverse here for. Community. Okay, so maybe this is somebody that you've just seen out and about in your community. That you could have built. You had to have this at 39. You could have built something like in the community with this person. This is how you maybe met. This can also be maybe somebody was scared to be with you, or vice versa, worried what the community would think about your connection. Somebody's worried about what people would think, and maybe that's the concern and why there's so much hidden energy with Magician, the Moon, and Hermit in reverse. The Hermit shows up because it's like the dark, like going within, but this tells me this is very superficial. Whatever was here, like you were not getting or not giving, take it as you will, the whole story with the Moon in reverse, and you felt this. Right? Somebody felt that they weren't getting the whole story. What's sticking out here? Great fortune. Maybe this is again 26. This is about a cycle. And so it's like either somebody was concerned with finances, with justice here, or somebody didn't feel good enough. Somebody didn't feel good enough in this, whatever this is, and so they didn't give, with the moon in reverse, give you everything about themselves. So they kept it really superficial, and so it could never really get off the ground. With justice here, there's still hope, or that something is going to find balance in this connection. There could be some type of blockage though. Okay, so if this feels like you, pile one, we're gonna dig forward. We're gonna keep going. So let's see, for pile number one, how does the person on their mind, how does the person on their mind see themselves right now? The dreamer, visions, trance, apparitions. 28. This person could be a Pisces. They don't have to be. Also, there's a lot of green, so they could be a really grounded person for the most part. However, this energy's eyes are closed. What number is this? Okay, 28. This is an energy that you could feel like has all these big dreams, and they view themselves as somewhat communicative. Look, but that throat chakra is, they stop themselves. There's like, it's almost like this energy where this is a person that builds others up, but keeps very close, like themselves pretty closed off. How does this, and they could have big dreams or followed their dreams, and now, it's like that high school football player that peaked in high school, and that's still in their yeah, so, but it's like living in the past. It could be somebody who lives in the past because of all these things around them, but it's not in them, right? So they communicate about that. But with the eyes shut and the mouth closed, it's a very dreamy person. Like, it's a person, they could also, I'm getting they view themselves as good at manifesting things. Let's see, how does this person on your mind view themselves where you're concerned? Like, how do they view them? The hedge with herb, wisdom, secrets, hidden love. Yeah, this goes with that energy of maybe this is a connection that you felt somebody didn't share. Like, it was almost like it was a secret. Something about this is very secretive, this connection. Maybe that's why. So they view themselves as keeping you on the down low. They view themselves where you're concerned. Like, they think that you view them, that you keep them on the, like they've kept you on the down low with number 5, another number 5. So this is like, they build you up with, telling you compliments. You're so wise, little love bombs. However, it's very quiet. How do they view you outside of themselves? Angels. Prophecy, guidance, direction, vulva. So this is 33. They view you, like, they could think that you're waiting for them, right? With this is 33, it's like, and you could very much have been with Magician in reverse and Justice. You could have been waiting and waiting and waiting until all the leaves fell off and turned brown. You're waiting, right? And so it's like, I'm gonna get there. I think you're awesome. But there's some cobwebs in the corner, right? It's like, I'm gonna communicate just what I need to keep you around while I... So they view you as almost like you're waiting for them, but also very prophetic. Like this is the direction, you're the direction they want to go. 33 is number 6 in numerology. That you could be dealing with a Gemini, you don't have to be, but this is an energy of, it's almost like they think you're too good for them, but you're the direction they dream about going toward. They just don't know how to get there because how they view themselves is like in the past. Does that make sense? Interesting. So let's find out what's going on. What's going on with this person? What's going on with this person? What is going on with this pile number 1's person? What's going on with them in their life right now? And then we'll dig into what would they say? What do they want from this? 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is an energy that is really could very much be doing a lot of reminiscing about you, or reminiscing about the history with you, reminiscing about their past or their childhood. Maybe they're even going deeper within to heal parts of themselves that they haven't in their childhood. The 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia, love. The 6 of Cups here, it's almost like, look at this wall in this card. And possibly a death. It's like this is an energy that is not, well, what's happening in their life right now, angels? Give me insight more for pile 1's person. What's happening? Yeah, 2 of Wands. They know they need to make a choice. The 2 of Wands is fire energy, Leo, Sag, Aries energy. We've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here. But this is an energy that knows they need to choose a direction. One of passion or one in the past, right? And so, but they haven't yet. It's almost like they're standing, trying to do this balancing act of things in their life, like almost too much. Yes, this is the 2 of Wands, but look at in this card, all of these different, it's almost like they jail themselves, or maybe that's why Justice is. Maybe your person is in jail, and that's why you haven't heard from them. Tell me what else, angels. What else is happening in pile 1's life right now? The Ace of Wands in reverse, fire energy. Pile number 1, your person's going through a lot. They're very guarded. They know they need to make a choice. With the Ace of Wands in reverse here, they may not feel like they have a lot to offer you right now. Whatever this is, whatever they're going through, they are, they're givers. The 6 of Cups are also very much givers, right? And we saw this here in the Dreamer. It's like, this is an energy that doesn't typically put themselves first, pile number 1. They know they need to make a choice, but they don't feel like where you're concerned. But there's this energy of being so trapped in the past and trying to do a balancing act, and they're not even sure what they should be balancing with the Moon in reverse because they don't know the outcome. This is an energy that likes to know what the outcome will be, but there's so much that they don't. What else, angels? What's happening in pile number 1's person's life? Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you may not be in any communication with this person. It may be a while. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, it's almost as though communication somehow just got, there isn't any. The Queen of Swords can be really brutal with their words, and so with they could be reflecting on your history and how brutal they've been with their words, or a conversation that happened. King of Pentacles in upright position, Two of Wands. It's like this is an energy that maybe presented themselves one way but they're not really that way. And that's why, and when things got going, it's almost as though they didn't, it's too vulnerable to let you know where they're actually, what they're actually like compared to how they view you. Because pile number one, this person views you as almost untouchable with the prophecy here. So they know if they're going to come to you, they have to come solid. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, it's in reverse. We have a pair on the table. So this is somebody that very much something began, but maybe didn't get started all the way. It's like somebody showed up in a way that felt, they gave a good game, but couldn't remember the game they played, type thing. Does that make sense? Tell me why Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Why is that here? The Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so this is a difference with the King upright, and we're just talking energy, okay? But there is a pair on the table of Pentacles. And so the King and Queen of Pentacles are abundant in finances. They are, if not finances, abundant in just how they care for people and how they nurture. There's whatever is happening in your person's life right now, though, you're on their mind. They know they need to make some type of choice or an offering or come clean about something. And I think what they need to come clean about is with themselves, pile number one. And that is, they need to figure out with the Hierophant in reverse. I think that they feel like one reason they couldn't come to you is because they presented themselves in one way in order to try to match your energy. And then when the going gets tough with hidden love here, it was like better to keep it on the down low. The Hierophant in reverse tells me that there is something about what's going on in their life right now that they're working to change in regards to religion or tradition or spirituality. The Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse, Virgo, Cap, Taurus energy. I just went like this. This person could feel really clumsy around you, or maybe they're going through something that they just aren't feeling super great about themselves, so they don't know how to communicate what they are going through. But what they are going through is stagnancy. With the Two of Wands sitting here, followed with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups, it's almost as though this is an energy of trying to figure out what to do next. And they just honestly, they don't know. They don't know what to do next. I know that doesn't feel very helpful, but that's literally what I'm getting. Are you on their mind? Yes. So much that it could feel really consuming to them, and they just are so overwhelmed by it that they don't even know what to say or do about it at this point. So they're working to rehash it all and grow internally from whatever has happened, and they're doing a lot of reflection so that they know that if they come to you, they have to come right. This person, it feels like, is somewhat intimidated by you, pile number one. Let's see If they could say something to you, what would they say? And we're going to use, so I have 3 decks and I put them all together for this. So we're just going to see. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to find out if this person, pile number 1's person, could say something to them that they're not. What would they say? No reversals, angels. Thank you. What would pile 1's person say to them that they aren't? I try to help others even though I cannot help myself. I secretly know that when I do this, I'm running from my own real problems, and this is toxic. We said that. We said that came out in the Dreamer, right? We said that. So pile number 1's person would say that. So what would pile number 1? So that's what pile number 1's person would say. How would you, as the viewer, what would you respond with? What would you say to them that you haven't? I'm okay, but I am definitely not doing great. Yeah, a lot of times, like, you wouldn't be watching something like this, right, if you weren't curious. And it's not that you're not doing great, not doing great all, just not all the time. And so you're doing okay, but this situation needs some type of closure, right? I regret my actions and now I cannot forgive myself. So pile number 1, this is almost as though maybe you walked away from them and are feeling really bad. Roles can be reversed. Maybe this is what they would say to you. Regardless, there's regret about this connection. Not regret about having it, but regret with how things have just gone stagnant. If pile number 1's person could say something to them, what would they say, angels? I dream about you. A person dreams about you, pile number 1. We saw that. We heard that. I know I have to make a choice. Yeah, pile number 1, your person, you are so much on their mind that they know that they're almost paralyzed by it. They don't know what to say. They know they can't just show up and just like chance messing things up. They want to come correct, and they know they have to make a choice. Your person says, I feel so isolated and I know I've done this to myself. Your person could be really feel like hibernating. We saw the Hermit here earlier. And so what would pile number 1 say to their person about these things? What would they say that you're not? I cannot stop thinking about you. So as psychology goes, we do know that if we can't stop thinking about somebody, there's a really good chance that it's because they're also thinking of you, right? At the bottom of the deck, pile number 1 says, I left you before you could leave me. So whatever happened here, it feels very it's not ended, right? It's just left hanging. This person, and as it may seem, like both of you are on each other's minds, very much so. Somebody may have ran from this connection or ghosted. They regret some type of their actions. It seems, though, pile number 1, that they are so much givers that they give and then they are drained. Okay, so I just want to grab a couple more cards. Angels. If pile number 1's person could say something to him, what would they say? Regret. I wish this never happened. So pile number 1, I think it's important to know that this is, from what these cards are saying, it's not that they wish this never happened. It's that how things were left unsaid. That's what they wish never happened. Tell me what else, angels. Confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Yeah, this came up too. Now we're just kind of recycling here. This person, pile number 1, is just going through so much headache. Like, look at this, like it just circles and circles that they just almost, it's paralyzing to them. mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. Your person would like to right their wrongs, and then at the bottom of the deck is sabotage. I mess up a good thing in my life. I mess up good things in my life sometimes. So this person is really has you on their mind, and at the bottom of the deck now is unfinished business. They know they need to come to you. There needs to be some type of resolve. They want to discuss things with you, but they know that if they're going to come to you, they have to come straight. Okay. So let's see. What's this person going to do, angels? I want to see. So what's going to happen in this, angels? What's going to happen? Seek truth. This it says, embrace clarity as revelations unfold. Keep an open mind for answers. Illuminate the path to understanding. This person's really taking time to themselves to think about this connection, pile number one, and they're working to figure out how to stand strong for you. With defense as your shield, and find strength and preservation, guarding what matters most. Yeah, this person is so guarded. They don't know how to let go of their guard. They are going through some type of rough time right now. It says rough road. Prepare carefully before you continue, for it's a long journey ahead. So this person is thinking about you, pile number one. They are going to come towards you. They know there's unfinished business. They don't love that. They're struggling with that, actually. This person is working on themselves, what are they going to do, angels? Exceeding expectation, soar into excellence. So this is a person that's you will hear from this person, pile number one. It may be a while. They're working to shift things in their life so that they can come to you and come right, like make things right. They're working on feeling better about themselves. And they're going to do so by really tuning in, follow your bliss, to their heart. That feels so like, okay. But this is where they're at, pile number one. This person, let's see, what are they learning? I just want to find out. Like, okay, so because this is a lot of stagnancy. So what's pile number one learning? Death. I'm learning that endings are merely new beginnings. This person is going through a lot, pile number one. It's almost as though they're going through a dark night of the soul. You could have woken this person up, and now they know that if they're going to come to you, they need to come right, and they want to resolve and discuss situation with you. And they need to do some work on themselves in order to really exceed what they would think your expectations from them are. You will hear from this person. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Yeah, your person is a doer. Your person is a giver. Your person shows up for others, it seems, perhaps more than they show up for themselves. And that's a hard place to be, because you just will feel that's not sustainable. So pile number one, is this person thinking of you? Yes, you are on their mind a lot. So much that it is paralyzing to some extent. They dream about you. You're on their mind so much that they're trying to figure out how to come to you right. But they've got to get in order their life so that they can come right. So they see you as the direction they want to go. They see you as a prophet. They could be working with the Hierophant that popped out, and the Moon and the Hermit both here in reverse, and Justice. they are working to balance their own life out so that they don't bring you chaos. Okay, pile number one, that's your reading. If you felt like that was helpful, please give it a like. Subscribe if you would like. That would be awesome. I'm super duper grateful. Pile number one, thank you. Okay, pile number two. Hi, pile number two. Clean this up. For pile number two. All right, for pile number two, we're gonna just get in a little bit of insight to what could have been happening in your connection. Pile number two with your person. Give some little insight for pile number two. What was happening in their connection? A little insight, angels, for pile number two. We have the Hierophant, upright. Thank you. Taurus energy. Your person, it could have been a fairly, well, let's just see where we're going here. 10 of Wands, upright, fire energy, Leo, Sag, Aries energy. Thank you. For pile number two, what was happening in their connection? 10 of Cups, upright. At the bottom of the deck is Death. Pile number two, you could have been married to this person, okay? Pile number two, it could have been a connection having to do very spiritual or religious connection to begin. There's something here that did close out. Many of you could be in a type of a separation. You were carrying so much, or they were carrying, or they're going through a separation. Whatever this is, pile number two, it's a very much grounded connection, but heavy. Okay. With the Hierophant here, this is all about tradition. So this tells me, and then followed with the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups, you could have a family with this person. Something had to end though with this connection. Pile number two. I almost said number one, so maybe there's something in there for you in pile number one for you. With Death here, this tells me that this is something ended. I want to get a clarifier. Tell me about why is the Hierophant here for pile two? Okay. Courtship, upright, and bad health in reverse. Pile number two. Somebody this is a connection. Hold on. Tell me about 10 of Wands, angels. False person. Tell me about 10 of Cups. What's this about, angels? 10 of Cups for pile two. Main male. 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. Some type of nightmare is ended. I have to find out more. What is 10 of Wands here for? The Cross. Okay, pile number two, did somebody pass away? Somebody is grieving a connection due to possible bad health. Maybe something started and you were married to somebody. Is somebody lost a loved one? I mean, and is trying to connect with, are you trying to connect with somebody, pile number two, who is dealing with a physical loss and death in a more traditional way, but there's nothing about whatever this is that's traditional? Somebody's coming into this with a lot of baggage and emotional intensity, and possibly somebody's not getting a whole story. Pile number 2, you could share a children with this person. Main male. Tell me about main male and 10 of Cups. The anchor. Oh gosh. The anchor can be one of two things. It can be good and it can be bad. The anchor can be very grounding and stabilizing. Maybe you met this person while you were in heavy grieving about a marriage or a divorce that ended, and that's why death's here. And maybe they brought you out of bad health. Okay, pile number 1. Oh, and the other thing the anchor can be is pulling you down, almost like drowning you because you're stuck. So do what you will with that. So it's either a grounding energy with the anchor, holding and pulling you, keeping you steady, or it's something, it's pulling you down. So, okay, that's quite a bit on here, pile 2. We're gonna dive in. So if this feels familiar, then keep going, keep watching. Pile number 2. So we're gonna find out some more, pile number 2. Let's find out, are you on this person's mind? Okay, are you on their mind? Pile number 2, are you on their mind? I'm gonna put that up there. Just can't see it. Okay. Are you on their mind? Pile number 2. Okay, so what I want to do first, you guys, is I want to see how this person that you're in separation with or little to no contact with, I want to see how they view themselves. Let me tap this on the selenite. Thank you. Cleanse this deck. Oh gosh, how does this person see themselves? The ancient elder experience lessons. There could be an age difference between the two of you. This person views themselves as maybe older. They are wise. They've learned a lot of things. We see this here in the Hierophant. This is an energy that is very guarded and very independent. Not codependent. There's an independence about this person that keeps them guarded because they've learned so many lessons. This is a person that they view themselves as people come to this person for advice. Your person could be a therapist or a doctor of some type, a historian. How does this person view themselves? How does this person view you? How does this person think you view them? Okay. Oh my gosh. Angels. Abundance, peace, and contentment. 23. This is Frere. Guarded. Yes, because look at all that armor. So your person believes that you view them as very guarded, mysterious, yet peaceful, content, and abundant. This person isn't lacking a lot of confidence, it would seem. And that's not a bad thing, right? But with the Hierophant here and the 10 of Wands, that can be that's a lot of heavy. That can be a lot of heavy, knowing so much. And this could be your energy too. Remember, roles can be reversed here, but your person views themselves as very independent. They've lived through a lot of experiences. They're guarded. They are more traditional, and how they think you view them is content and at peace. This person could have also really helped you out of a hard time, or vice versa. How does this person outside of themselves, how does just in general this person view pile number 2? No reversals, please. Bliss, contentment, satisfaction, and security. This person, you're like the light in this person's life. I want to just show you this, okay? Here, look at this. Pile number 2. Look at these cards and look at how they view you. Vulnerable, beautiful, bliss, content. You're like the light in their dark. You're the angel in their life. You're a safe space for this person. This person could feel like they can tell you anything and it's safe. And maybe with the Hierophant that showed up, and with the 10 of Wands, maybe this person, you've really deeply connected to this person in a way that maybe shared a lot of have shared your life experiences, and that could have been very heavy. But be assured that this person views you, pile number 2, as very much a light in the dark. Okay. I want to see, angels, what is going on in pile number 2's life right now. What is happening in pile number 2's life right now? Like, what's happening? What are they going through right now in pile number 2? Pile number 2's person. Your person loves you. I'm noticing too that this 42 bliss is the number of love. 6. A Gemini, could be a Gemini. Okay. 9, okay. 9 of swords. No, that was there. Okay. Judgment. Wow. There is a lot of loss. You and pile number 2, you and your person could have experienced extreme death together. You could have been married to this person. You could have, I'm gonna say it because this is what's coming through, but you and your person could have lost a child together. You could have lost somebody close to you, separate or together, and are able to grieve with each other about your losses, and that was what feels really heavy. But it's also at the same time what feels secure and content is the understanding that you guys have with each other that maybe they don't find with anybody else. Judgment is like liberation, a rise from the death. It's a major arcana. It represents a huge change. It also represents whistleblowing. And so maybe this person or you guys could be really, really honest with each other. And that can be scary. Okay, you could have called out this person. What's happening in this person's life, angels? And you guys, I'm really sorry. I don't usually record this way. And so these cards are facing me, not you. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. I'll try to figure that out another time in another reading. Oh, wow. This person could feel really all over the place right now in their life. First out is the 8 of Cups. They're still in your energy field. You're definitely, if you're thinking about your person a lot, that's because they're thinking about you. Wow, 10 of Swords in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Okay. Page of Wands in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, reversals aren't necessarily bad. They just give me another way to read the cards. One more, angels. Knight of Wands in reverse. This person is very serious, I think. I think this person is a very serious person, and at the end of the day may have makes their choices, Two of Swords, very without emotion. It's almost as though they're guarded with their emotions. Your person right now is feeling through a lot of loss. They could feel really called out. They haven't you're on their mind, absolutely. They don't like how things ended or what happened between you guys. Swords are action oriented. They're also communicative. And so some words could have been said with the Ten of Swords here in reverse. It's like when this is upright, it's an ending, it's over. But because this is in reverse, it's like this person right now in your separation is continuously rehashing conversations, actions. Page of Wands in reverse, it's like they know you're waiting for them to message. The Page of Wands can represent a messenger of some type. They're feeling really disconnected emotionally. Pile number 2, Three of Wands in reverse. The Three of Wands upright is like there's hope coming, right? That you can see in the distance something coming toward you that's really good in the murky water. But in reverse here, pile number 2, your person, it seems is made some type of choice without fully feeling through it, and instead made a choice based off of logic. Knight of Wands, they don't want to play games. This is in reverse. I want to get a clarifier. Page of Pentacles, this person, there could be a separation between you and this person because they're building up their finances. What in the world? Nine of Swords. Page of Cups in reverse, Nine of Swords. This person feels like they're stuck in a nightmare. What happened? I want to clarify. Why is the Eight of, tell me about Judgment. Let's start there. Why is Judgment here? What's this pile number 2 person's judgment? What's happening here, angels? Tell me about this. The Rider. Okay, they're moving really, really slow. We did see some type of ailment pop up earlier, and so they want to come towards you, pile number 1, for a brand new beginning. And they are going to. I do feel that. Tell me about Eight of Cups. It's almost as though this person is obsessively thinking about you, pile number 2. Eight of Cups in reverse. It's like physically they're not there, but energetically they cannot let you go. The Key. Again, number 33. It's almost as though this person knows that this isn't over. Like this person feels really drawn to you. You're like the key to breaking out of some type of cycle with this number 8 here. And they're just working to figure out how to do that. Tell me about Ten of Swords. Why is that here in reverse for pile 3's person? The Ring. 25. Yeah, you guys, were you married to this person? Engaged? Something? This is a really, like, you're their ace. But they feel really confused about what to do in this connection right now with 25. I think this is a separation of some type because, like a marriage separation. There could have been some type of loss. Tell me why the Three of Wands is here. Why is that here in reverse? What's murky? The owls. Yeah. This is a card in the Lenormand of connection. It is wisdom. And the fact that there are two owls on this card tells me that you could even, what's that word? Communicate with this person through wavelengths. You and this person have a past together that's very like, yeah, at one point was very, very grounded. You communicate with this person telepathically. That's what this feels like. It feels like you are married but separated, or married to somebody else and separated from each other, but having this connection in some way. You've grieved on a loss. I mean, I'm just throwing different things out here right now, but there is, this has to do with really a strong value system that you guys share, and that you guys helped each other through went through a very, 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 very significant loss. And you both see each other as the key that will turn and move you guys out of some type of cycle, whether it's generational, whether it's a cycle of between yourselves, or whether it's a cycle independently. You both are aware that that this connection is almost like, it is so deeply connected. You guys are so deeply connected. Wow. So if this person could say something to you, what would they say? We're going to start with, I have 3 decks and I just put them all together. So if your person could say something to you that they're not, what would they say? Angels, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I mean, that's coming through. This person looks up to you. It's almost like this energy of when they're out in public, they think they see you or they look for you. And what would you say in response, angels? I'm learning how much words hurt and the lack thereof of them. So you, pile 2, could have, this person, there's some hurt here. And so you, because of that, maybe pulled away and are learning some type of, maybe you said something, or maybe you said nothing and just are avoiding them, which if pile number 2's person could say something to them, what would they say, angels? That they're not. Karma is crushing me. I'm struggling and I do not know where to start to make the bad stop. Your person's going through some pretty intense heavy right now. It feels as though karma is catching up with them. And I mean, we saw that with the Knight of Swords here. I think that the Knight of Swords came out 2 different times. And so in order to keep you from any of the heartache that they're going through, that they're sorry for, they walked away. And now they're, that situation where when you're supposed to be doing something, but you're doing something else, while you're doing that something else, like more and more just goes wrong, because the universe is like screaming at you, hey, you're wrong way, right? That's kind of what this energy feels like. So what would your response be to them? 2 things. I know I have to make a choice. Well, we saw that with them as they did make a choice. So they could be waiting on you, pile number 1, to make some type of choice. I left you before you could leave me. Yeah, pile number 1, this feels like this isn't your first rodeo of endings for new beginnings with this person. What would pile number 1's person say to them? I recognize how much you have sacrificed for me. This person knows that you have sacrificed a lot for them. And they feel like they're aware that you may feel like they took that for granted. What would pile number one's person say to you? Have I lost everything? Yeah, this person is not over you, pile number one, and they are really, really going through a soul-crushing time without you. And so they could be waiting for you to welcome them back into your life. They feel like the odds are stacked against them right now. And that's that karma crushing them. And we get so far off track, of what we should be doing. Life has a way of just continuously making bad things happen until we're like, mercy, okay. And then you pull back and really like get back on track, right? And so what else would this person say to pile number two? If they could. Disagreements. I wish you understood how I feel. This person, I think this person just is in their headspace feeling really alone right now. You could have had a disagreement with this person and they are sorry for that. And they recognize now how much you sacrificed, and they don't I don't feel like they blame you for walking away. In fact, I think that there was some hitting of walls in a conversation, and this person made the choice just to move forward in a more logical sense. And so in that space, you just maybe chose to like leave. Like, I'm not doing that. And now this person is left reeling and thinking about those disagreements so much that they feel they lost everything. Tell me more, angels. New chapter. I'm trying to move on. Either this person is trying to move on from whatever this disagreement is, and that's what that feels like, or they're trying to move forward and figure out what they need to be happy. Soul contract. Yeah, you have a soul contract with this person. It says the lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. You taught this person a lot, pile number two. You taught this person a lot. And so what's this person, what did you teach them? Let's find out. Pile number two, what did you teach this person? What are they learning? Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So this is the sacral chakra. And this is the throat chakra. This person is realizing that they could use their words a lot better than they did. They're working to figure what they've learned from you is that they need to communicate better. They need to really learn how to feel in their body with the sacral here, before feel in their body and tune into what they want and then communicate that versus just throwing in the cards and choosing to go away, right? Just so they're learning that they need to change, and part of that change is figuring out how to better be a better communicator. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Again, with the sacral and the solar here now, your person is they know they're in denial about whatever happened. And they are working to change the way they look at things now. And so they're able to better communicate this. Denial is they are coming out of this space where they didn't do anything wrong, and they're able to admit now with awareness that they acted out of fear, and that's just not their truth. And their person is feeling really lonely right now. Okay, throat chakra, I know that I am never alone. However, the wheel keeps on turning and your person could be feeling how to be by themselves. And so they're able to fully process what they've gone through in order to stay disciplined in how they want to figure out how to move forward. With third eye here, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So pile number one, or I'm sorry, pile number two, I said that again. So what are they doing? Check out pile number one, I guess, if you feel drawn to it. So what else, angels? Insight, release and renew. Embrace the flow of letting go to welcome renewal, allowing new energy to shape your path. This person is also working on seeking clarity, right, in all of this. As they're going through this, feeling into the denial, feeling into what, facing the discipline and the choices that they've made, they're embracing themselves with more honesty, and doing so by facing the consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. And they're working to figure out how to really dial in and through their feelings versus just logical. They do have hope for this connection. They do have hope. Grasp the feather of hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. So this person, if you see feathers on the ground, maybe a white feather, that could be significant to you and your person. New heights, let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. Your person is really working on healing what they've been through so that they can better show up for you than they ever have. Okay. Let's see. So what's this? Give me more insight about what this person is doing then, or gonna do, or just insight. Hearing messages from spirit. I'm clear channel for messages from spirit. Yeah, you could hear from your person very soon. They're working on themselves. They're working on, they could be writing you a letter. Honestly, you could receive a message from them. Cultivating prosperity. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. They've planted seeds. It feels like maybe, this is been a process between the two of you, and they are doing what they can to plant the seeds so that they can have a new chapter. And with you or without you, in a if this was a marriage, I know that this person is very much wanting to figure out a way to keep you in their life. Pile number two. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number two. And now, if you like that, please go ahead and subscribe if you want. Like the video, that's really helpful. If you are interested in other free reads, I'm on social platforms such as TikTok, and I'm on Facebook. That's our biggest family over there with like 27K. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can do that at my website, soulshine1111.com. So pile number two, I hope that was so helpful. I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Pile number one popped up in your reading a couple times. So if you did feel drawn to that, that is also time stamped, and you could watch that if you feel guided. And so that's what I have for you, pile number two. Thank you so much for being here. I do daily reads on the YouTube, so you can watch those if you would like. I talk about astrology and all the things like that. So pile number two, that's what I have. Thank you for being here. Okay, hi pile number three. So let's Let's see what we have for pile number 3. Angels. So we're going to start out pile number 3. Does pile number 3's person, are you on their mind? And first of all, what we're going to do, I'm going to use the Magical Hours Tarot here, and we're going to just kind of get a background really quick of your situation so that you know if this pile is for you. Angels, guides, pile number 3. Angels, give me some insight, please, of pile number 3. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Virgo, Cap, Taurus energy. What else for pile number 3? We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And you guys, I'm sorry. These are facing me. But that's how it is going to go this time around. 2 of Cups in reverse. So yeah, you definitely could have had a connection with this person. You could have been married to this person. You could have actually also had a business with this person, a family. Could have had dogs together with this person. Somebody pulled back. Oh my gosh, guys, death. Death has shown up in both the previous readings, 1 and 2. More significantly, number 2, pile number 2. But so if you felt guided to either of those, maybe check it out. But let's see what's going on. Wow. Okay, death and 5 of Pentacles talks about being left out in the cold. So pile number 3, the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so there was a ending, and it really probably, it feels like it wasn't good, right? It could have really went south, and it didn't feel good, and you could have actually been married to this person. You could have owned a business or created some type of financial income reliant on each other, but somebody withdrew their heart from you or them. Roles can be reversed, so please do remember that. We followed with the 2 of Cups. There is a death here, and it doesn't have to be a actual physical death. Pile number 3, there's an ending here. A lot of people are scared of the Death card. It's one of my favorite cards because it just represents a brand new beginning. An ending. Endings have to happen so brand new beginnings can start. Somebody is feeling very left out in the cold, though. Waters might feel very murky. The 5 of Pentacles is like, maybe this person does whatever happened between the 2 of you. There could have been, the Lovers is a choice, and it's very often a choice between 2 people. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat readings here. And so it's almost, it feels as though pile number 2, there was a really deep connection here, and somebody could have felt really drawn toward somebody else, and so they withdrew. Okay, there was a choice to go in separate directions, and I don't feel like it was a mutual choice. This is not a mutual choice, and so it made the ending, somebody felt really left out in the cold when it came to how this ended. And so it's almost as though there is this feeling with this, somebody was really working to embrace what was happening with, look at these 2, like, okay, this is going to be a select few, but somebody could have connected with somebody else, and then whoever that person connected with, okay, this is twisted, but just go with me, and this is, okay. But it's almost as though somebody got caught, and then whoever that person got caught with, it's almost as though somebody like you connected with that person. Bear with me. And now the person that chose to walk away is the one now feeling left at the cold. Wow. It doesn't have to be that way, but there was definitely a choice here, and two people may have been left behind, because two people, like, look at this. And then one person left in hermit mode. Missing out on what? In reverse, the Wheel of Fortune. Because they were playing games, or somebody didn't take something seriously and they should have, and then they ended up losing big because they didn't, they ended up being the one that lost in this. But this person, if this story feels, I could keep going. I feel like with this is a heavy one. This is a lot happened, and somebody was left out in the cold. So if this is relatable, okay, then this is your story, or this is your reading, and we are going to dive in. Are you on your person's mind? First out, I'm gonna cleanse this on some selenite. Thank you. Okay, is pile number 3 on this person's mind? How does, first out, what we're going to do is no reversals, angels, but how does pile number 3's person view themselves right now? Just overall, how does pile 3's person view themselves? The sigil keeper. Symbol, signs, messages, 38. Wow. Look at all the tattoos. This person is guarded. Number 1, there's snakes and lizards and frogs, things that transform all over those tattoos. This person is going through a huge change right now, because when we think about lizards, when we think about snakes, and look, the vulnerability here at their skin, it's like they're going through a tremendous transformation. Whatever happened in your connection, pile number 3 has pushed this person into knowing they need to change. And so they don't want to be slimy. They don't want to be in this dark space anymore. And so their third eye is opening. They're becoming more aware of their surroundings. They're becoming more aware of their actions and how their actions affect others. How does pile number 3's person view themselves toward pile number 3? Like, how does pile number 3 think that pile number 3 views them? Okay, sorry. How do they think you view them? Abundance, peace, contentment, 23, very guarded. This card came out also in one or the other, maybe number 2, but this is a very guarded energy. 23 is also challenging. 23 is the number of change. So they think that you view them as going through a change. They also think that you view them as very guarded and at peace, and maybe you do. It's almost like they think you view them in a way that they don't view themselves. Like, you give them more, they think you give them more credit than they deserve, but your person's on some type of soul journey. pile number 3. How does pile number 3 view their person, pile number 3? How does pile number 3's person view them? Yeah, merciful one, compassion, release, relief. 26. Look at the brightness of this card. To this person views you as beautiful, as compassionate, empathetic. You could be an empath. You're a good, they view you as a very good communicator. You're led by your heart. They view you as very open-minded. Your crown chakra, very awake, if you will. Like very transparent, yet guarded when you need to be. The green in the background, it's like they think that you walk away easily from things that are too dark. Like, heavy when you see it, and you're not afraid to communicate it with this throat chakra open and then move away from it. You follow your heart and look at these. You are to them very transparent. Like, they view you as how they want to be. You're like a relief to this person, pile number 3. Let's see what is going on in pile number 3's life right now. What is going on in pile number 3's? I'm going to shuffle this. What is going on in pile number 3's life right now? A person's life right now. What is going on in pile number 3's person's life right now? Give me some insight, storyline. What is going on pile number 3's life right now? What is happening in their life right now? The 7 of Wands. Fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius energy. They could be running from something. They're defending themselves about something. Knight of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. They could feel really, let's see, hold on. How is pile number 3's person feeling? Like, what are they going through right now? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Their life, they can't hold on to something. They could be having a hard time holding on to anything that gives them relief. Yeah, Justice in reverse, Libra energy. Person could be a Libra. You could be a Libra. What is going on in pile number 3's person's life right now? Drama. I feel like there's, oh my gosh, 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, this person right now, I want to get one more. Angels, what's going on? Pile number 3 person's life right now. The High Priestess and the 3 of Cups, both in reverse. I don't know if you can see that, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Your person, 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, is juggling and is too tired to juggle. It's like they know what they want. Look at this. The eye in that flower. They know what they want, but that's not what they're juggling. If that makes any sense. They know what they want, but that's not even they don't feel like what they want is even an option. Right now, they're seeing their life and their choices with the 8 of Cups in reverse, 8 of Swords in reverse, followed with the 3 of Cups. Yeah, you guys, somebody made a choice and it involved other people and possibly not you. And they see this now, and they just don't even know what to do with themselves. The High Priestess upright, it's a major arcana. She knows all, says nothing. And so it's almost like this person is working to communicate, but nothing they communicate feels right. Nothing is feeling right. And so what they end up doing is putting themselves digging themselves in a bigger hole, and they're left defensive. And nothing right now in your person's life is feeling balanced, pile number 3, with justice in reverse. Your person could be an attorney, your person could be, or somebody in their life could be, maybe this is having to do with court, a Gemini. Like there's a lot of emotions here that this person doesn't know what to do with. Are you on this person's mind? I don't know that. The answer is yes, okay? But they don't know what to say. Because it feels as though, yes, you're on their mind, but like you're over here and you're not. They're like over here making excuses to juggle that instead, or this instead, or, you know, finances or business. I'm just going to keep working, right? I'm just going to make money and then pretend that I am not aware of what I'm going through. It's like this person, it feels like this person is running right now from what they know is the truth. Look at that. This person is thinking about you and they feel like you may not have heard from this person because they don't know. This person has lost a lot, okay? This person has lost a lot and they don't know where to begin to start picking up the pieces as far as how to communicate what those pieces even are to themselves, okay? So if this person could say something, well, actually, I want to, what is the Eight of Swords? I want to actually clarify this Three of Cups in reverse. What's this about, angels? The Cross. I think this came out in pile number 1, so watch that if you feel guided. It's like, okay, did you just see that card turn sideways? This person, like, it's in one moment they know what they want, they know what to do, and then it's almost like in the next moment they just, it's better to stay quiet type thing. The Cross here, this person is working on coming out of, maybe they're getting into religion or working to feel, you know, as they're growing. We saw it with the Sage Keeper, Sickle Keeper. Maybe this person is going through a lot of that dark night of the soul, in that they are learning more about spirituality, and when they learn more about what they're going through is when they actually don't want to, it's too much, so they run away from those feelings. The Fox is a very sly person. This person could have been really sly in the past, and they're working to overcome that, because we're clarifying the Three of Cups. They're working to figure out why internally they've made the choices that they made, because they don't want to make those choices anymore. They don't want to be that person. They're feeling tired because they're not being that person is not getting them where they want to be, and they're aware of this sometimes until it's too heavy. So your person could avoid some things, but in the quiet moments at night, they think about it. They think about you, and they think about the past and their behaviors and what they need to do to overcome and make things right internally to be okay with themselves. They're working to figure out the relationship they have with themselves, and they're reassessing their choices that they've made so that they're able to better open up after being really blocked in the past. So this person is thinking about you. Yes. I want to see, so if this person for pile number 3 could say something to pile number 3, this is 3 of my decks and I just put them all together for this. If pile number 3's person could say something that they're not to pile 3, what would they say, angels? I have been so foolish and selfish with my choices. This is what we just talked about. Thank you. What else would they say to pile number? Well, what would you? I want to see what you would say, pile 3. What would you say to your person in response to that? I feel like you are untouchable. It came out in reverse. And so what I'm getting is you could feel really put off by this person right now. And you also might feel like they're untouchable because they're so guarded. Because they're so, with the High Priestess here in reverse or sideways, they're so guarded with their words now. Because they've hurt you in the past. And so it just feels like rather than risk getting hurt by them and their choices, you just don't want to, right? It's not that you don't care about them. I think that you do. It's just that you're very hesitant to hear what they have to say at this point. Tell me more. What would this person, pile number 3's person, say to them? That they're not. Life feels heavy and I'm working on ending negative cycles. This is all came out. And so here's your proof, the clarifying of that. This person is going through a lot of heavy. They could be very much avoiding. Often they go through periods where they, are committed to working on themselves, and then they go through periods where then they start avoiding again because it just becomes almost too much. The heartache that this person feels like they've caused a lot of heartache. So what would you say in response to that, angels? Pile number 3. I need to ground myself in factual truth. Yeah, this person could have been like really wordy, almost so many words that you get lost in them and then they don't even then you're wondering what the conversation was even about. Feels like you're needing to this break away from the two of you is this is why you're feeling like they're untouchable, is because that you get lost, you don't know what to believe, you don't know, you've been hurt by this person so much that having this break and the separation is helping you get grounded. And so they're just going through heavy, working to feel through the choices that they have made and are working to end those negative cycles. And I think that what you're saying here and feeling like is like, until you do, like, I'm not willing to involve myself as of right now in this chaos up here, right? And so what else would pile number 3's person say to pile 3? I'm easily influenced and controlled by others. Yeah, pile number 3, your person could be, I was picking up that there could be some type of addictive tendencies here. There doesn't have to be. But your person could really be heavily influenced. Maybe this is how they make money, or how they raise up in their company, or, how they make friends. It's like, and that's hard for you because that's not a grounding energy. When somebody works to make, when somebody's easily influenced by others, then they're not being real. They can't be, that's not them being themselves. And so that's not grounding, right? And that's part of that negative cycle, I think, that your person is recognizing about themselves that have led to making foolish and selfish choices. Okay, so these are my rules. This did come out, and so your response is, maybe you would say, You know, maybe when we were together, you should have just maybe listened to me. I wasn't making the rules up. Maybe everything that I've said to you or encouraged you to hear me say or do, maybe you should have done it, so then none of this chaos could have happened, right? So we'll take it. Your person says also that you deserve a lot more than they can give right now. Okay, I want to see something else. What else would this pile 3's person say if they... What else would pile 3 person say that they're not? Holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Yeah. Yep. That came out there. They held back something, right? We saw the secrets with the 3 of Cups in reverse. We saw the secret or the hold back with the fox there. Tell me more. What would this person say to pile 3, angels? Damage. We are both hurting from this. This person feels terrible for hurting you. Pile number 3. And keep in mind, as adults, we make our own choices. And so don't feel like that. Their choices are not your fault, is what I'm saying. Okay? And they know it, right? I should have expressed myself better. They're aware. Tell me more. What else would pile 3 person say to them if they could? Disagreements. I wish you understood how I feel. I think that this person, yes, but it feels like this person didn't know how to, dug themselves in a hole so much that they don't know how they feel. This person could have also chased you a little bit, right? When they realized that you weren't just gonna settle for chaos. Irreplaceable. Yeah, the way you love can never be matched. This person, pile number 3, is still in love with you. This person at the bottom of the deck, commitment, says, I want you to be part of my future. Yeah, you definitely could have been married to this person. This person, and so what are they going to do? What are they doing? Angels, give me some more insight. What are the pile number 3's person doing about this? Magic opportunity. Embrace the unexpected. Seize the chance for transformation. They're going through a huge transformation right now, but they're not doing it in a way that's fast. They're not doing it in a way that's fast because they go in through fluctuations of recognizing what they've done and what they've, their choices have caused into a little bit more of denial. And so, or, like they don't, it's almost like that they change the narrative. They change the narrative to something it's not, so they can feel a little bit better about what it is. What are they learning, angels? Pile number 3. What's pile number 3's person learning from this? Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me from others. So this person, it could be, maybe they have I'm hearing ulcers. This is solar plexus bound with the root chakra. This person is recognizing maybe this generationally, how deeply rooted, that communication hasn't always been easy. Maybe what happened in your connection they've witnessed happen in their family's connections previously. And so they're learning that positive aspects about themselves and based off of, compared to the roots of where they came from, or vice versa. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. They're working to open up more. We saw it in the Sigil Keeper, their third eye. They're becoming more spiritually open if you will, as their wheel turns. And maybe they're diving into some type of art, some type of photography, right? Doing something that keeps them more balanced. Third eye here, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. They're working on no longer judging themselves. They're working through and feeling through the cycles that they have been through, the choices they've made, and how easily influenced they are. And they're figuring out how that has affected people they love, i.e. you, pile number 3. And this is, and so the fact that they're doing this is helping them become more balanced between their heart, their mind, and being able to using those things to better communicate later. Okay. And so that is what I'm going to leave you with, pile number 3. It feels like there's a lot of history between you and this person. They do think about you. They want you to be a very big part of their life. Oh my gosh, I lifted that up. Guilty. They feel really guilty. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. This person, you could have had a conversation with this person, and they just, maybe it went really, really in a way, I want to call you and hear your voice. So they want to call you. They want to hear your voice. They are yearning to actually hear your voice. They don't know. They feel really, really guilty for what they've done, and they're hopeful to put in the work for themselves so that they're able to heal you and their connection in some type of way in the future. Pile number 3. So pile number 3, I hope that's been helpful. Subscribe, like, follow if you haven't. You can find me on other social media platforms, daily readings on YouTube that are really short and quick, like a couple minute reads every day. And I'm on Facebook, Biggest Family over there, and TikTok and Instagram. And if you felt like this is familiar and you want to schedule your own reading, you can through my website in the description, soulshine1111.com. And so pile number 3, I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you for taking the time to watch this if you have. And I am going to leave it there, and am sending you so much love.